Hello, and welcome to Immigration and Jobs Talk Show. In 2024, Canada's Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, or IRCC, uncovered over 10,000 fraudulent student acceptance letters. Yes, you heard that right, 10,000. This discovery came after a major review of international student applications, where the IRCC reviewed a massive 500,000 documents this year alone. This crackdown is a direct result of heightened concerns over fraudulent practices surrounding the student visa system. Now, why is this such a big deal? Well, a majority of these fraudulent documents, around 80%, are linked to students from two specific regions in India, Gujarat and Punjab. It's concerning because these fake letters often come from unlicensed consultants who promise easy access to Canada's education system without actually meeting the legitimate entry requirements. This is not the first time Canada has had to deal with such issues. Last year, a major scandal involved an unlicensed consultant in India who issued fake acceptance letters, putting many international students at risk of deportation. To prevent similar incidents, Canada has introduced stricter verification measures. Now, designated learning institutions, or DLIs, are required to authenticate acceptance letters through an online portal to ensure they're legitimate. And according to Bronwyn May, Director General of the IRCC's International Students Branch, this new verification process has already flagged 2% of the documents as fraudulent, with another 1% involving cancelled admissions. But here's the thing: Canada isn't just cracking down on the students submitting these fraudulent letters, but also on some of the institutions that may be turning a blind eye. There are concerns that some colleges and universities have failed to properly authenticate these letters, which could lead to further exploitation of vulnerable students. Canada's new Democratic Party immigration critic, Jenny Kwan, has called the findings extremely alarming and emphasized Canada's responsibility to protect international students from fraud. She's right, international students come to Canada with dreams of a better future, and the last thing they should face is the risk of deportation because of false documents. In response to the growing problem, the IRCC has ramped up investigations. They're currently looking into 2,000 cases, focusing on students from countries like India, China, and Vietnam. In fact, 1,485 of those students have already been flagged for submitting fraudulent documents, leading to entry refusals or even deportations. So, what changes have been put in place to address these issues? Let's go over the key updates. First, as of December 1, 2023, the IRCC introduced stricter rules for verifying letters of acceptance. Since then, nearly 529,000 LOAs have been reviewed, and over 17,000 of them were flagged as invalid or cancelled. That's a huge number and shows just how serious the Canadian government is about protecting the integrity of the international student program. Another important change is the introduction of compliance reporting for DLIs. These institutions are now required to submit biannual reports, confirming the enrollment of their international students. If a DLI fails to comply with these new rules, they could face serious consequences, including being suspended from admitting new students for up to a year. And if a student fails to meet their study permit conditions or drops out of school, well, that will trigger an investigation, and enforcement action could be taken. But what about Quebec? Well, Quebec's designated learning institutions haven't yet joined the compliance reporting system, but the IRCC is working to integrate them. For now, a grace period is in place while the system is fully rolled out for Quebec institutions. Now, what does all this mean for international students? A major change coming down the pipeline is that international students who want to transfer between institutions will need to obtain a new study permit. This rule is designed to protect students from potential financial and legal issues, and to strengthen the overall integrity of Canada's international student program. Mark Miller, the Minister of Immigration, stressed that these changes are meant to ensure international students have a positive experience in Canada. The goal is clear: to protect students from exploitation and fraud while maintaining the high standards of Canada's education system. If you found this information helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching Immigrations and Jobs Talk Show.